Yo, welcome to the vlog. So for this week's vlog, I was thinking long and hard about how I kind of wanted to go about filming this. Honestly, it kind of overwhelmed me. I was thinking about how to story tell, doing interesting things, going to interesting places, thinking about what others think of me. And then I came across this genre on YouTube about documenting your life. And this kind of changed my perspective on how I go about documenting my life. And it gave me more clarity on what I wanted out of these vlogs, which is basically documenting for my future self. This meant reminding myself that I'm still learning and I'm not going to be perfect. And that's okay. So for this week's vlog, I wanted to share more about my life at home, my personal style, and the stuff that's new around the house, and also some random clips of whatever I was able to capture when I wasn't at home. Little home update, my new couch is here. So this couch I got from Lively, and it took around 4 months for it to get here. But now that's finally here, I freaking love it. So the couch is on the firmer side. It's a modular couch and it was super easy to put together. So the reason I wanted this couch, I wanted a couch that was low profile, modular, but also I wanted to turn this living space into more of a, it's kind of like a gathering space. So in my last iteration, or the last version of the space, which I made a video about, couch was kind of, it was faced, the couch was this way, and the TV was against the wall. It felt more like TV was the anchor point of the whole room. So if you were watching TV, you're basically sitting this way, and if someone was behind you talking to you, you'd have to turn around just to look at them. So I guess with the couch here and the TV on the side, it kind of feels more open, and if guests came over and they were sitting at the dining table, you could kind of just like have a chat like so. Also, we had a Togo replica. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't feel comfortable after like an hour of sitting, and Jolie said it made her feel like she had a shrimp back when she was sitting. Also, I got a new sofa bed. So this sofa bed belongs in our cinema slash guest room. And I say cinema loosely because this room is pretty tiny. As you can see, it just fits an entire sofa. But hey, we make lemonade out of lemons. So this sofa bed is the koala sofa bed. And we found it on Marketplace for a pretty good deal, and it came with this ottoman. So because we replaced our TV in the living room with the Samsung Serif TV, we wanted to keep the OLED TV and not really get rid of it. So we decided to make a cinema slash guest room out of the TV. With the way the TV is set up in the living room, it's not the best viewing experience because the TV is on an angle. So this was like another solution to that problem. And a bonus, the sofa also converts to a bed. Sofa bed, makes sense. I saw a video about how using a sofa bed was a better use of space than actually setting up a bed. So we did have a bed in one of the old spare rooms. We found that it took up too much space and it was only used once in a while. So I'm thinking about replacing that chair with either a bench or like cabinets or drawers, something to kind of keep some pillows slash blankets whenever guests sleep over. So my home has gone through quite a lot of changes. The amount of holes I drilled because I can't decide where things go makes me worried about how long these walls are going to hold up, to be honest. But I don't know, I feel like the longer I live here, the more I change up the layout and furniture, the more I feel like I kind of get closer to figuring out what my own personal style is. Also, side note, constantly changing your space is really expensive, so you should definitely use Facebook Marketplace. I used to buy my furniture brand new, but now I like to browse Facebook Marketplace and find cool pieces that suit my personal style. Speaking of which, I've been thinking about changing my coffee table with another one I've seen on Marketplace. I feel like a darker table would kind of suit the space a lot better, just because there's like a lot of light elements going around. But I guess we'll see. And I guess this kind of ties back to my vlogs. I'm hoping that the more I do this, the better I get at figuring out what my creative style is when creating these videos. So I picked up these two chopping boards from Ikea. This one is my apple chopping board because it's small and I don't want to wash a big one. And this is like the everyday chopping board, I guess. It's also pretty small, but so for all my vlogs, 2 of them, I wanted to set a goal of working and improving on just one thing. This way I wouldn't be overwhelmed by all these different things that I should be doing. So for this week's vlog, I wanted to start scripting. I feel like I haven't gotten the hang of kind of freestyling off the top of my head, and having a script helps me kind of structure what I want to say. And yeah, I feel like this helps me not lose track of what I'm saying. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next week's vlog. Peace.